welcome on a new Coach Dev Academy Lab Guide. I'm Corentin Guinez, driver for Simmer C, and today we are on the Hungaroring for the week 5 of the Falcon Tire Sports Car Challenge. As you can see, we are using the AMG GT4. As usual, first I go with the odd lap, and then I'll give you the different key points you have to know about this week 5. So yep, let's get started. Alright guys, so if we go for the lap around Hungaroring, so we just crossed the start finish line and then we are already heading into the first corner. So as a braking reference, I'm just using I don't know what this is actually, but there is some sort of dust or something, like just 5 meters maybe before the 500. If we are getting closer, you can maybe see it better, just right there. So this is what I'm basically using. Well, I think I'm just braking when I'm getting just over this dust or this weird thing, I would say. So when I'm getting over these, just going on the brake. So if we're checking at delta, it's quite an heavy braking zone. Just braking around 80%, I would say. So as you can see, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not getting too much into the ABS. I could brake harder, but yeah, sometimes braking harder doesn't mean you are braking better, I would say, or it doesn't mean it reduces the braking distance, I would say. So yeah, just trying to make sure I'm not getting too deep into the ABS, so then I can make sure I'm having a comfortable entry. So then, as you can see, I'm just releasing the brake to find if you are checking the map on the top right, I'm just releasing the brake to get into the corner, trying to get the rotation as well, jumping to second as well into this one. So around 80% brake, just going down the gears, and then when I'm getting close to the marshal post on the left, I'm just starting to turn to the right, just trying to make sure I can get the curb as well on the apex, getting a bit of curb, and then just trying to, on the exit, get early on throttle to get the rotation, go early on throttle to get the rotation. As you can see, just even before I'm really reaching the apex, on throttle, trying to open the steering, and then I just try to throw it as soon as the car is in the good position. So basically when the steering is getting really close to be fully open, and yeah, then you are just trying to make sure you're not running too wide as well on the exit. The rule says that I guess it's fine if you stay at least with the right wheels on the curb, but yeah, if you go over this, then it's going to be an off track. So yeah, then you go on the right to shorten distance, and then we are heading into this left one. So for this one, just braking at the beginning of the curb. As you will see, I guess on Delta, I'm not braking too hard, so yeah, it's just about 60% or something. So yeah, not a big braking, just trying to make sure I can slow down the car while it's sort of straight, because then you are entering into um a corner which is a bit of camber, I believe. Yeah, it's a tiny bit of camber, so it's very important to not carry too much speed. So very important to slow down the car enough on the entry of the corner. Then it's just about holding a bit the brakes, because as you can see, it's going downhill. So braking on the entry, then just trying to bring the car into the corner, trying to stick the car to the inside, not trying to go too wide, and then it's early on power, just even before I'm reaching the middle of the corner, close to the marshal post. I mean, you cannot really see it, but if I'm showing this showing this to you from the outside, as you can see the marshal post, and then once I'm getting close of this one, going on throttle, trying to make sure I'm not going too hard on throttle, because it's really easy to get some oversteer and get sideways. So just trying to make sure I can manage the throttle, and at the same time on the exit I don't want to end up too wide, because the next corner is pretty close after that. So I'm just trying to make sure I can exit maybe mid corner, so then I can go back to the left, and then I can go easy flat through the king. So yeah, as you can see, going to exit mid corner, middle of the track almost. Then I dive to the left, and then I dive to the right, fully flat, going over the curb, and yeah, on the exit of the king, just trying to make sure I can hold the right wheels on this curb. Then we will go into the other king. I would say it's still pretty fast. So yeah, moving the car to the right, going on the curb. Once I'm on the actual red and white curb, I'm just going on the brakes. So as you can see, I'm using curbs still before braking, but I'm not braking, because as you can see, I mean, I'm braking, but I'm being really gentle. I'm not braking too hard, because of course I have the wheel on the grass. So if I brake really hard, of course I will lose control. So yeah, once I'm on the curb, I'm really putting the biggest pressure. So yeah, I'm not putting like the peak pressure when I'm on the grass. I'm starting to brake a bit before I'm on the curb, but yeah, I'm just building the I would say the braking once while I'm on the grass, and then once I'm on the curb, then I'm putting the peak braking. So yeah, for this king, as you can see, I'm braking around 63%, so pretty much the same amount of braking, but yeah, of course, short distance, because the corner is faster. So yeah, I'm of course not braking the same amount. I'm holding the brakes quite longer though, because I'm holding the brake to the apex, and as you can see, the distance is quite long until you're reaching the apex. So yeah, as you can see, I'm starting to brake from there, and then I'm still braking until the entry of this one. So yeah, it makes quite a distance for this one. It's a fourth gear corner. Yeah, I'm not jumping to third actually. So yeah, fourth gear corner. Then same, just getting curb on the apex, not getting too much curb, because it's quite easy, I guess, to get the off track. So I just leave the right wheels on the white line on the right side, and then all of the car is basically over the curb, and sort of run off. I don't know how you are supposed to call this, but yeah, as you can see, just leave the right wheels off the curb, so then you can make sure you are not getting um under the threat of getting an off track. Then on the exit, just go on throttle. Just make sure you're not going too early, because as you can see, it's really too easy to go wide. I'm still into the track limits, but I guess if you leave the left wheels, if the left wheels are off the, yeah, as you can see, it seems like if the left wheels are off the red and white curve, then you will get the off track. But yeah, the wheels are still on the curbing, so yeah, I guess it's fine. But yeah, if I think maybe a few centimeters more to the right and it would have been enough track. So yeah. Then once you are getting past this kink, you move to the left, just trying to prepare the long right which comes right after. So basically when the car is settled to the left, then you just go on the brake. Not a big braking actually, as you can see. I'm just braking. I'm just under 50%, maybe 51 at the peak, but maybe just a split second. So yeah, just under 50% should be able to have a good run into this one. Of course, the main target is not to really smash the brakes because you want to keep momentum through this one, as well as it goes a bit uphill, I guess. So yeah, it's not ideal to really go deep on the brake because then you will lose all of the momentum. You will drop to second for this one. So as you can see, just trying to stick to the inside early on throttle. So once the car is close to the curb, just going early on throttle, trying to manage the throttle as well. Just not trying to go too early on full throttle because it's feels as well a bit of camber. So yeah, if I'm going too early and too deep on throttle, then there is a chance I'm getting some sort of oversteer. Second gear corner, and then as you will see, I'm just going short shift on the exit pretty much. So going up to third, and yeah, then just try to make sure on the exit you are not going too wide. I would say to keep the right wheels on the right side of the white line. Basically, this one is a bit different. I would say track limits maybe a bit more arch, I would say. So yeah, just try to not play too much with the limit for this one. Then we will head into the chicane. So once again, pretty difficult to define the track limits, but yeah, so far on the entry, as you can see, quite a big braking, I would say. Just about the same braking as usual, except the T1, of course, but yeah, around 65% or something. So as you can see, just before I'm getting close, just like when I'm getting close of the curb, pretty much. As you can see, close of the curb, just before the curb, leaving releasing the throttle, going on the brake, braking on the curb. Then it's really important on your way off the curb to be smooth on the brake. To not release too early the brake because then you will most likely lock the rear tires or something happen. Something will happen at the rear if you do that. So yeah, you are most likely going to use control. I think it maybe happened a little bit on this lap if I'm checking like at the real speed maybe. Yeah, it was on this one. Like if just because I will increase the sound, maybe you will hear that better. But yeah, just check the sound. Yeah, I guess you heard that. Yeah, and you can see as well the LEDs on the right side. I don't know if it's it must be the rear tires, I guess. I'm just basically it's the ABS. Yeah, it's a bit of ABS, but yeah, I guess you could hear that the rear tires are locking up a little bit maybe. So yeah, that's why you have to be gentle. Yeah, maybe you can see that the wheel is slowing down a bit more, I would say. It's yeah, you can see on that frame that the wheels are going slower, so it's almost a lockup. So it's really important to be kind on the brakes, especially. I mean, if you are not going on the curb, it's okay because um you are not going to have this sort of transition between the curb and the actual racetrack, the road. But yeah, if you are using the curb, you have to be really careful because if you are braking too much, you are most likely about to lock up the rear tires. So yeah, off the curb, releasing the brake, and then as you can see, just trying to make sure I can leave the left wheels on the left side of the curb. So as you can see, really on the limit, left wheels on the white line, and then going back on power once I'm on the curb, and then for the left one, steering to the left, just doing pretty much the same. Left wheel is almost on the white line. So yeah, that's pretty much the track limit for the chicane. Maybe I can have a better camera angle. Yeah, it's better like this, I guess. So yeah, as you can see, I'm not trying to be too greedy. I'm just leaving the right wheels off the curb both times. So for this one, and I guess for this one, it's the same. So yeah, I guess it's the way to go. Better to not be too greedy, because at the same time, you're not going to gain like 2-3 tenths by magic. So yeah, it's just about not making sure you are wasting too much, but at the same time, just need to make sure you keep it safe as well, because yeah, especially if you are in quali, it can be quite painful to get enough track like this. So yeah, you won't get a slowdown, except if of course you are cutting way too much. But yeah, just need to make sure you are not being too greedy. I think for the gears, I must be using third, maybe through the chicane. No, I'm using second actually. So yeah, I'm just dropping to second, and then once I'm on the exit of the chicane, then I'm putting third. So yeah, second gear for the chicane. So then getting past the chicane on throttle, then it's almost full throttle, just a bit of lift when I'm getting over the curb for the exit. But yeah, using the all the track on the exit. So as you can see, making good use of all of the track. Then once I'm getting close of this left-hander, pretty much when I'm getting close of the ads on the right side, so with THL, Rolex, and Pirelli, then just going on the brake. So as you can see, getting close of these ad panel or something, going on the brake. As you can see on Delta, I'm not braking too much. Actually, it's just about 30%, so it's not that much. Just holding the brake until I'm getting on the apex. So yeah, on the brake, third gear corner. Then once I'm on the curb, going on throttle, diving to the left. So just trying to make sure you don't exit too wide out of this one, because you want to make sure you can get as close as you can to the left. So then you can prepare the right-hander. So yeah, the main target is to maybe go a bit slower into this corner, but then you can have the line you want for the next right-hander. And then of course you may lose a bit of time into this one, and the fact is that I'm not even sure, because yeah, you still have a decent run. The grip is still quite good when you are taking the curb on the inside. So yeah, and then by staying tight on the exit of this one, then you have a very good angle to approach the next right one. So as you can see, being kind on throttle, not full throttle, moving the car to the left, almost close the white line. So as you can see, I'm not on the white line, but I'm not so far from the white line actually with the rear left. And then yeah, same, putting a bit of brake when I'm heading into this right one. As you can see, not that much actually. It's just about, yeah, it's about 15%. So it's just about it's more about getting the rotation than slowing down the car. So yeah, as you can see, bit of braking, and then it's very early on throttle, getting past mid-track, I would say. Then going on throttle, trying to make sure I can lick the curb. So I'm really trying to use the very edge of the curb. So just like this, that gives you a bit more rotation. And then same on throttle, on the exit, just trying to quickly open the steering, trying to like have that steering as early as I can open, and then I can floor the throttle, just trying to make sure I'm not going too wide as well on the exit, just trying to leave the right wheels on the curb, just like that. It's perfect. I'm not going too wide, which is good, because then the left-hander just after comes really quick as well. Of course, you have some margin, but yeah, it's still better if you are not going too wide. Full throttle for this left one, as you can see, using a lot of track. So basically using like everything I can on the inside. So yeah, just making good use of the track. So yeah, using this extra track, I would say. Then we are getting into this really fast one before I would say medium long straight, not too long, but yeah, still decent enough to have a chance for an overtake, I would say, during the race. So yeah, for this one, as you can see, I guess it's must be, yeah, it's this one. So same, not braking too much actually. It's pretty much the same as this one. Of course, you have to slow down a bit the car, so you will brake a bit more. But yeah, it's the same. It's just about getting the rotation really. So yeah, as you can see, just before entering the curb, just going on the brake, just I'm not basically just using the edge of the curb. I'm not going too high on the curb. I'm not going like so close of the grass. Like I'm just maybe using the half of the curb, I would say. So yeah, if I put the camera like this, yeah, it's just about maybe the half of the curb. Then off the curb, releasing the brake, still a bit of brake because of course sometimes you figure out that you are a bit off the line, and this time I think I went a bit wider. So this this corner is maybe not the best example. If I had to redo this one, of course, I would have done what I told you before, which is really leaking the very edge of the curb. The lap is still very good, so that's why I wanted to share this one to you. But if I had to redo it again, I would get closer from the grass. So yeah, lap is good. So I didn't wanted to skip that lap because it was the fastest I've done. But yeah, if I had to redo this one again, of course I would get closer to the grass, trying to use as much curb as I can, because at the end of the day, I would have not maybe needed to um, go on the brake. That I think that's why I'm braking there, because I just figured out that I was going too wide actually on the entry. So yeah, and of course then if I was going over the curb, it would have meant I would have been maybe earlier on throttle as well. So yeah, but yeah, it's not big consequences, but maybe it was here and there a few thousands, which actually would have been still zero point 0.4. I don't think I could have done 0.3 anyway. Um, but yeah, just make sure, same for this one, you are using as much track as you can on the apex. Then throwing the throttle, just trying to make sure you're not going too wide. If you're leaving the green with the left wheels, it's fine, but just make sure you are getting really close of the of the of the green painted stuff. Otherwise, it will be an off track. So yeah, the left wheels can leave it, but just make sure you are not going over the rating on the left. So yeah. Then a small straight, not too long, but yeah, like I said, decent enough to have a chance if you are close to someone. Then approaching the last few corners of the track, heading into this one. So as you can see, just braking earlier for this one. I'm close to the 100 actually. When I'm getting past pretty much the 100, going on the brake, using the curb, same, using half of the curb. Not a big braking. I mean, it's quite a nice braking zone, but same, you stay under 70%, so it's not so big, I would say, of course, compared to T1, but yeah, no massive braking zone, I would say, around the track except T1, but you don't want to brake, of course, too much as well. So yeah, it's the second biggest braking zone, braking just under 70%, and then as you can see, just holding the brake until I'm getting into the corner. So yeah, will be second gear, I imagine, if I'm checking on Delta. Yeah, it's a second gear corner, of course. It's going to be second gear for most of the corners which are coming. So yeah, as you can see, off the curb, just releasing the throttle, using the curb on the inside, and then once I'm on the curb, I'm just going on throttle to get the exit speed in the rotation, and then same, just trying to make sure I'm being patient on the exit to not going to early full throttle and get the off track on the exit. I guess I'm into the limits. The right wheels are still on the curb. I think even if I it would have been a bit wider. I don't really know what's the limit actually for that one, but yeah, I guess if as soon as you still have the two right wheels in contact with the curb, you are all fine. So yeah. Then approaching the second last corner of the track, diving to the right, and then once I'm under the bridge, I will just go on the brake. So as you can see, releasing the throttle, going on the brake, dropping to second. So yeah, not a big braking zone, just braking around 55% or something. So yeah, 55%, dropping to second. Then I'm just trying to make sure I can stick the car to the inside, just trying to make sure I can get as close as I can from the curb without really riding the curb, because I don't think the car will be really pleased with that. So yeah, you just stay close to the curb but without using it. And then same for the exit, just trying to make sure you can have a sort of tight exit, so then you can open the steering and then go full throttle earlier. So yeah, being patient on the way out of the corner, so then you are capable to go easy, flat, and then and yeah, have the steering open. For the exit, just trying to make sure you can leave the wheels on the curbing. So yeah, that's pretty much what we are doing so far around the track. And then just moving the car to the left, almost mid track, I would say. I'm not going too far to the left actually. And then yeah, just maybe 2 or 3 meters before the pit line, which goes from the right side to the left of the track, going across the pit entry. Then maybe 2 or 3 meters before the line, going on the brake. Not a big braking actually. Once again, it's just about slowing down a tiny bit the car, but at the same time getting the rotation on the entry. So as you can see, a small amount of braking, but then I will be early on throttle. Once the car has the right amount of speed to get the grip, then I'm just going back on throttle, trying to do the same as what I've done the corner before. So for the exit, just trying to be patient, just trying to make sure I'm not going full throttle too early, because I want to make sure I can maybe reduce a bit the distance as well by going tighter, and at the same time then I can open the steering area and then go full throttle more easier without taking the risk to get oversteer. And then I think I'm staying with same, using second and then using third on the exit, and then up to fourth just before for the line. And then for the exits, same as usual, just keep the right wheels on the red and white curb. And then yeah, we're done for the lap around the Hungaroring with the AMG GT4. Alright everyone, so we're done for today. That was the week 5 lap guide of the Falcon Tire Sports Car Challenge at the Hungaroring with the AMG GT4. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Coach Dev Academy channel and join the Discord server if you have any questions about the work we are making. And I see you next week for week 6. See you next time. Bye bye.